Hello, Vicky Crystalline here. So, okay, it's having a hard time connecting. So I'm going to trust that Vicky Crystalline here, and I want to bring forward something that happened with me with water yesterday. It was so beautiful. So if you guys are watching or joining, allow yourself to enjoy, just really, truly enjoy. And so, as I'm sharing this out, if you've seen me before, I'm Vicky Crystalline. On my YouTube channel or on here, thank you for all you new beings. Thank you for your wonderful light and your beautiful, beautiful hearts. All of you, thank you for your beautiful hearts. Amazing group of people, for sure. So, hello everyone. What's going on? It keeps wanting to not sign up, but hello everyone. Thank you. Hey, Carly. Oh, beautiful soul. And all of you other, Joe, thank you for watching, Mandy, and all who are here right now. I want to share an experience that happened with me yesterday. You know how you get that calling that, like, the lake was calling me, like I just had to go to the lake, but I couldn't get anybody to go with me. But I still decided, well, I'm going to go anyway by myself. And I go to Shasta Lake. I live over here in Shasta Lake at the base of Mount Shasta. So the lake was just calling me so, like, strongly I had to go. So there's this island that I always take my kayak out, and I always use it with friends or with, my grandchildren or whatever. And this time when I kayaked out there, it felt different. And I kayaked to this little island. There's nobody else on it. And so if you guys have watched me before, I connect into my multiverse being that is really being brought forward to me in my life. And so in that, when you connect into your multiverse being, it takes you into a place of nothingness. In this nothingness, I just allow it to run through me. And you can feel this in meditation or when you're zoning out through your day. You can do this through breath. That it just really takes you to where there's nothing. The nothing that's inside of you. So yesterday when I was on this island, the water was coming up and hitting me, and so I allowed myself to go into my multiverse being and nothingness, just like a meditated state. And I was just listening to the trees and the birds, and I could feel everything so beautifully. And I felt like I had transformed onto a new place. It didn't feel, and not that my eyes were open, but it didn't feel the same. But the water was coming up and it was hitting me, because I was just sitting waist high. So when I was sitting there, I really started connecting to the waves and to the water. Now, the lake before had shown me of lifetimes that I had passed in this lake, from being a witch in past lives, that I was actually drowned for what I was. The lake had showed me that before. But what it showed me yesterday was like unbelievable. When the waves were coming and hitting me, I could feel and see, because my third eye is very open, I could feel and see all those lifetimes that I've ever been in that water. And water holds consciousness and it holds memory. And it was showing me all the times that I had been in that water. And even from a rock to a fish to, I was a young child sitting by the lake. And I felt like that it was kind of like an Indian, I want to say. And I was just looking at the lake, and I can see the moon, and there was such a bonding at that time. I could feel in that lifetime. And as it was showing me all these lifetimes that I had passed in that water, that I had done, ceremony in that water, things, it was bringing forward all these things, and it was just like a slideshow, and it was just showing me all this stuff. And so then this big huge wave came up, and it like, I want to say, engulfed me, and it showed me the waves of my own life now. all that I've been through even in this life. And it was showing me how I had kept moving forward and kept moving forward and kept moving forward. And then this next wave that hit me it was different. It was different. It was light. It wasn't like the water hit me. It was like different than I've ever felt before. It was a frequency that I had never felt before. And I could feel this frequency of the uplifting of the element of water and what is changing within the elements of water. And it was bringing forth this light through my whole being. And I just started crying. It was so powerful. I just started crying. And I could feel this overwhelming, like this consuming of this energy through the water, just taking over every cell of my body. And it was showing me that the elements are all changing in this world, that there's a heightening happening in all the elements too. And it was amazing because water is very, very grounding, and water is very a conductor. So, and we are 70% water, or I don't know, they make it up, but it could be 80%, who knows. But anyway, we're a majority of water. And as I was allowing this experience to go through me, it was showing me that everything, because we're truly on New Gaia now. So everything is shifting into a lighter way of being, and our bodies are shifting. And this is the first time that we're actually taking our bodies, but they have to be light. They have to be a higher frequency. They have to change. And so with this, it's all of what you're consuming. That's what the water was showing me, what you're taking into your body. Our light bodies can't handle a lot of the lower frequency. And I bless my food before I eat it. I bless it as I'm preparing it. And still, I'm eating it and it's making me feel nauseated and sick. And I'm actually even getting the nausea as I'm preparing it. Our bodies are going into what they call, and it was so perfect. I heard a shaman say, well, it's so funny. It's just a label, but they call us. Wow, they're just taking it away from me. So, we're going into a light body being, and we're carrying these physical bodies forward. And as we are drinking water now, it's changing to a higher frequency, and it's. Listen to the water as you're drinking. Listen to the water. And if an element is calling you, trust your instincts. If you're feeling called to a element of fire, I'm very connected to fire, feel it from a different way. Feel what it's bringing forward now. And there is a newness to it. And a lot of it is unexplainable, what was brought forward to me. And a lot of it is so sacred. But for the collective, we all need to know to connect to these elements because they're part of us. And so when I was allowing the water to run through me, the water was telling me to be very aware of what I'm consuming and how is it coming forward in my body. And I ask that everything that I consume be at its highest vibration with love. And that my body will consume only what is needed and let go of all the rest with ease and grace. If that doesn't work, if you use those words and that doesn't work, you need to pay attention to what you're eating and what you're drinking. If you're drinking water from the plastic bottle and it just makes you feel horrible in your body, don't drink that water. Our bodies are turning into light bodies, and Homo sapien is the word that they took from me. It's just a label. But Homo sapien, in this beloved shaman said that our bodies are now moving into Homo luminous bodies. And he was explaining that we're not going to be shining, but in a way I think we are. In a different way. Because our light is becoming so light that people are going to see it. They're going to feel it. They're going to know it. And we are bringing forward these new physical bodies onto New Gaia. for the first time ever. We haven't done it before. Not like this. And it's so beautiful because everybody is a piece to the whole. Everybody signed up to be here. Everybody signed up to make this shift. You carry the codes that make that part of the shift. You carry that in you. So when you're lighting up, you start connecting to the grid. So, and we are moving out of the old way of being. Everything. I had to surrender everything. Everything. I let everything go. All my knowledge, everything on my channel, I let everything go. And I found me. And this is the only way we can go through, is through purity in your soul, carrying no attachment to anything. All of you that are watching me right now, that are going to watch me later, you're going through this. In some way, some form, your energetic body is shifting, and it's bringing up a whole lot of stuff. And the world is showing that that's matching that, because it has to look like Armageddon before the peace comes. And that's what it kind of looks like at Armageddon. Everything's falling apart. It has to. It's breaking apart, even in you. Everything has to surface. All those things have to surface so you can be the luminous being that you are. All of it. All of it. All of it. All of it. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay, I have quit using deodorants or anything to cover up my smell. And we've been taught to cover up our smell. And it's so, and I'm like ripe right now because they're channeling. It always heats up my body. It cools my hands and feet, but everything else is real hot. So it's so beautiful. Well, as we smell ourselves, because our smell is part of us, it tells us where our body's at. And it heightens our sentence. It does. It heightens our senses when we listen, when we smell our own body. Something happens with the endorphins in our body. I can feel it. It's like a spark. So, if you're feeling that call, trust that. Trust that. I've been allowing myself to do it. You know, when I take my shower, and if I have to wash my armpits, you know, wash those important areas. Before I go out, I do, you know, just with water. And I'm allowing myself for the first time to be as I am, as we always have been. We've just been taught, no, you got to cover up your smells, you got to cover up who you are. And if you're really, and I'm going to bring this up, if you smell your body and it doesn't smell good, something's going on. Something's going on. Truly, something's going on. Change your diet. Go in and ask your body, what do I need to change now to bring my smell to this purifying smell? Because that's what it smells like. I mean, it doesn't smell like body odor. It smells like endorphins. So, as we're going through this, our senses are turning on. Our light bodies are turning on. That turns on everything that we are. Everything inside of us. And all the elements are shifting and changing in that too. So, I send love to all of you, and thank you all for being here. Thank you, PJ and Jason and I think it's Greg and Christy and Sherry and Joe, Carly, and all of you. You know, thank you all. Thank you all for being here, and I send you all love. If you've seen my channel before, I'm Vicki Crystalline on YouTube. Lots of expanding videos there. I send love. May you all be blessed. We got this. Truly, we got this.